Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever in the world you are tuning into the latest edition of League Esports' HopEUm. This is a particularly special episode for me because it's the first time that I get to speak to my two co-streamers, my favorite G2 Army co-streamers in person. But what that also means is at the time of our recording, it is in the middle of our season. So I'm going to challenge both Brizz and Skyart to talk about bigger topics, broader topics, more bold topics. Gentlemen, you look good. Brizz, how are you today?
I'm so good. I'm been in Berlin since yesterday. City looks amazing, you know?
No.
No?
That's fair.
I mean, I'm trying to give you something.
Listen, it is fair. Berlin is a polarizing city. It's full of graffiti. It's full of construction.
Yeah.
You either love it or you hate it.
So you hate it?
I hate it.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, I don't really like Berlin, to be honest. But
Oh God.
I don't know. The sun is amazing here.
Yeah.
But we have a great person.
Yes,
at least.
have you heard the saying that Berlin is poor but chic? No?
Never heard before.
Okay, that's what
Yeah, no,
describes
it was your sentence, I believe.
Okay, so gentlemen, obviously you guys are in Berlin for some content.
Yeah.
I stole some of your time so we can sit down and have a conversation. And I figured what better way to have an episode of HopEUm without putting a challenging question to the two of you.
Let's go.
Amazing.
Is competitive League of Legends on life support? I'm talking LEC, LCS, LCA. I'm talking pro play. Is it on life support, dying, on the way out?
I don't think that about LCK and LPL maybe, but like if we watch viewers base on LCS, on LEC, maybe it is, but like I have a good faith. I don't know why, maybe I'm like this, but I have good faith on esport in general, you know, when we talk about Europe as well, actually, because we come in a moment historically where I think that few years ago, you know, COVID and stuff like this, you know, you got so much viewer coming, staying at home, watching esports, then you got the fall off of these guys starting to get outside again. But I think that like now you hit the bottom. I think right now people are coming back to watch. That's my statement. Maybe Skyart had a different, I don't know.
Maybe it's the case in Italy. No, I believe.
Oh my God, man.
I think computer esports was the go-to of every tryharders like 10 years ago. But I think now people are more spread about more games, more, you know, and many people spend time on TikTok. And I believe the thing is, less person are involved into competitive gaming, so less people watch. But I believe a lot of people used to play, so watch some time to time. But I think we have such a dense schedule. If you watch every games, basically it's a two-time full-time job. Yeah. So you can't watch everything. So obviously people, for me, will come for peak storyline, peak events.
Worlds, MSI. Yeah, of course.
I believe we have too many matches for a regular people, so we can't expect them to watch everything. So that's my point.
You want less teams in LEC?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Oh, I like this. So the thing that I love is you guys have immediately ticked off what I think are the two verticals. I think there's competitive discussions. We talk about structure, we talk about teams, format, number of games, but there's also content. We talked about broadcast, talked about viewers, talked about players. I think because you guys started on the format, or maybe the competitiveness. Let's talk about it. Are millennials like us, the slightly older viewers, people who've been around a long time, we like leagues? Are Gen Z and Gen Alpha, do they want tournaments?
I mean, they are playing phones all the game on phone all the time, I think. I don't know, I don't think they like League of Legends at all, you know? But I don't know, I think the future of esport in general might be from phone games, because a lot of people are playing it. I mean, that's
so that means
suggestion.
League of Legends is dead.
But no, I don't know. Like, you know, Dota. You know, like big events always being watched worldwide. So I don't know. Like people stop playing League, people don't stop watching League. You know, that's it.
I think people have just less time when you grow. I think the difference between the 35 years old and 18 is you don't have much time anymore. I think people sometimes when they're 18 think the opposite because school takes so much time. But to be fair, I've been there and I think it's the contrary. You have much more time when you have no responsibility. Basically, you just live to your parents. You have not many friends, no girlfriend most of the time, speaking for myself. by that time. And then you just have to choose. You have children, you have work, you have a wife. You have to prioritize. So to me, it's linked to the time you can watch. And I think the new generation, we have to bring them to competitive gaming. It was competitiveness. It was thinking like, oh, you are weird. You don't take showers every 2 months. But still, it was, I think, like 10 years ago, pretty positive on the tryharding community. But now I think they just care less.
I think that's fair. And I think it's also important to acknowledge that generations are growing up. League of Legends, at the time that we're speaking, is 16, 17 years old. It's almost legally allowed to drink as a game, okay?
That's insane.
I've been here since day one.
Okay, right. And we've been around. So we've grown up with this. I'm nearly 40. I'm married. I have a dog. My wife is pregnant. So I'm in that boat that I don't play the game anymore, right? But I watch.
But your child...
I hope so. We'll see. It depends on how strong they are.
Don't bring him to League of Legends.
But the thing that I find fascinating is that viewership trends are continuing to decline somewhat, right? We saw plateau, so peak. But do you guys know how many monthly active players there are in League of Legends?
Monthly?
Yeah.
I mean, don't flip it. Just he knows it. Ask him the...
Let's go.
Take a guess.
Millions.
60 million.
60 million? You're whispering? Okay. What's your guess?
70.
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
According to publicly available numbers, 130 million monthly active users. It is estimated that 15 to 20% of those are in Europe, meaning European 130 million.
25%.
15 to 20%.
Okay.
Means 19 to 26 million
That's a lot.
monthly active players in Europe.
On League of Legends?
On League of Legends computer.
Okay.
And we can pull a peak of 700,000 viewers. So is that because the broadcast sucks? Is that because you guys as co-streamers suck?
Yeah, it's my fault.
All your fault.
Help me understand the numbers.
I mean, is maybe Riot Games not getting to the right fan base? I am not understanding. Like, if the numbers are this, why not more people? I'm not saying everybody, but why not at least the double of these numbers? Maybe 1.5 million or stuff like this. But
to me, same issue. If it was only big games every 2 months, they will show up much more. But
so is people interested on lower team like zero?
I just think that the more you have games, the less you can know which games are really important. Most of the time, they don't know the importance of the game. Just Worlds, they know it's Worlds. So in Worlds, they will show up much more. But the rest of the time, you don't know.
Maybe a lot of the most part of the games are useless to watch. I mean, they don't mean anything for the competition, Watching Fnatic playing, again, I'm always against Fnatic, but come on, man.
Me too. I lost air against SK against Fnatic. I lost air. I mean, Shifters against Fnatic. I became half bald.
But if you watch Fnatic against Shifters and who lose, drop outside of LEC, I'm interested in the game.
What I find interesting then as well is like there's a conversation that has been happening in the last few months, discussion around franchising, discussion around long-term partnerships. I know that Valorant is a slightly different model to League of Legends under Riot's ecosystem, and there were conversations looking at Heretics, Shifters, looking at SK, the teams how they're performing. Would you prefer Riot to change the format and do something like you've seen Counter-Strike with majors or minors have a more tournaments and less league play?
I mean, I would like actually to be like it was once, where maybe I'm a bit too much, but I want like LEC to be available from a ranked team system. Like, Challenger Series, then, LEC. Because back then, you had like the chance to actually become a pro player playing daily ranked teams. So you get in top 10, top 20, and then you got that tournament that allows you to change your life. So basically, I was waking up at 10 o'clock. I was playing 10 hours daily ranked team with my friends. I hit, Challenger, stuff like this. Then if you go top 3, top 5, you are one of the best, of course. So you can actually manage to change your life by yourself, by tryharding. Right now, I mean, you have to be lucky as well. You know, if you're born in Italy, if you're born in some weak country, you know, a minor
South Africa,
country,
yeah.
South Africa.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you have a league tournaments in South Africa?
Not at all.
Yeah.
250 millisecond ping because there's no servers in sub-Saharan. The closest server you can connect to is Middle East.
Maybe
play
next
better.
fake. I mean,
Try to play
I
better.
don't know. Maybe next faker is in South Africa and we don't know.
So there you go, South Africans. You heard it from Skyart. Get good. But I mean,
Oh my God.
promotion, relegation. Do you like if you add promotion relegation to league? Does that? I don't want to say solve the problem, but does that make it better?
I mean, I think it gets better, man.
I
Come
think
on.
it's a complex proposition. By my time, I preferred by my time the fact that every region fight each other and the best teams go to world, and I think it's better way to send the best teams.
Yeah.
For me now, you can be an average LEC team. You have no chance to go to world, but you are just chilling.
Earning
But
money.
the thing is, if you don't do this, how can you make the players stable and secured, and also for the sponsors, for the viewing?
Do you need to?
I
I
don't know. I think it's I'm not good enough to judge if it will be sustainable for the teams to be in such unstable spot. LEC offers a stable
Stability,
situation for players and for sponsorship. Even if I didn't like I don't know the name in English, but getting investors and
the franchising, basically.
Let's go for millions.
So, but now let me ask this because I watch a lot of traditional sports at the moment.
Okay.
It's primarily NFL. So I watch American sports. We talked a lot before we went live. I do watch rugby as well.
Yeah, I love it.
And when it comes to traditional sports, you don't have safety. If you break a limb, you're done. Your career's over. If you're not good enough, you get sold to another team. Unless you are a Messi, a Ronaldo, a Tom Brady, you don't even get to pick the team you play for. Your contracts are there. So why are we trying to protect League of Legends players like they're little, soft and princesses?
I agree with you. And is the system working right now? Like people are stopping to watch?
Look at me. I don't play sports, so I didn't watch any. So I didn't knew. To be honest, I didn't really enjoy it. I saw many people in esports trying to copy the sports stuff. And sometimes they didn't know anything about esports. And sometimes it's a bit different. But on this case, I just don't know. So I just can't explain myself because I just can't explain my point of view because I don't know.
But it's not working right now, the system, how it's going. Like you said it yourself, like it's going, the viewer base is going low. You have to change something.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a scenario.
Let's stick with the players quickly, Brizz, because you have active coaching right now.
Yeah.
You're playing with an Italian
I actually
team.
stopped.
Okay, but a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
This is a timeless podcast. More importantly, unlike Skyart and I, right now, you're closer to the competitive scene.
Okay.
Right? So let's talk about the players. I know you also have strong feelings about the lower ranked teams in LEC.
I mean, come on. You watch the AWC?
We've got grandpas that are being
for no reason at all,
brought
man.
in instead of ERL players, instead of EMEA Masters players. So are we also going to look at the players and say, okay,
you watch the AWC? Come
Yes, I
on,
do.
Gallions beat Shifters and Solari won against Fnatic.
Yes,
Come
correct.
on, man.
French team too good.
They go,
French teams.
yes.
Come on. And I bet for sure other EMEA Master team can beat maybe these teams as well. Yeah. So what are we looking at? They are not. You are in LEC, but you are not the best of the best. Get out.
But then who do you put the blame on? Are we looking at the players? Are we looking at the rosters? Because
The form, I mean, the system, man.
I had a question. I got to do one of the costumes with Yankos for G2 versus KC. And I asked Yankos, why is it that G2 can consistently find good players? He actually said it's the LFL. He said, as a team, G2 regularly scrims EMEA Masters teams.
Okay.
So they know firsthand who's good, which also means they can make a decision to bench Yankos for Yike. Like, just think about this. G2 said, Yankos, sorry, you're too old now. Goodbye. I'm paraphrasing. I don't actually know that's how that went.
I think Skewmont
Picked up
came
Yike.
out from
Then-
EMEA as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then they benched Yike for Skewmont. Again, I'm wearing the jersey. I'm not part of the team. But my point is, G2, maybe Koi, maybe KC are the only three teams that can make good decisions. I don't see SK making the right calls. I don't see Heretics making the right calls. I don't see Fnatic. Fnatic, the one the original superhero making the right
Do
calls.
SK doesn't even care about it being an LEC? I mean, I'm not on the, like, Mickey X bringing who? Leader? Back then? Like, come on, man.
Leader, yeah,
Come
not really successful.
I go outside, I walk, I see a guy walking. Do you play League? Come on, SK. That's Mickey X. Like, come on.
Yeah, I think it told Kameto that Wonder was better than Kana.
But that's so stupid. Come on, man. Dude. Wunder play.
He was like this from behind, crossing his fingers.
Yes,
yeah,
for sure.
I swear.
Dude, what about leader
Trust me.
betting better than Caps? Like Mickey said, I think leader is the only mid lane that can beat Caps 1v1, and then he was 100 creeps behind with Aurelio Sol.
I think it was true, but not in League. Not
Yeah, another game.
Not
Yeah.
in League of Legends.
In which way?
In being delusional.
Maybe.
Maybe in solo queue with Irelia. I don't know.
So then, if you had to say someone or something is to blame, do you blame Riot?
I think
Both
I think you're
teams
right on one point.
as well.
Is for me, competitions makes people get better, and
Yeah.
the least they are, I would say, insecure about their situation, the least they will try to fix the problems. Like you are in shifters right now, you don't care that much, and when you are about to lose everything, you will work twice harder.
Yeah.
And for me, if we want the players to be better, it's better to bring competition. If Guardians can take the slot of shifters, it's hard. But the thing is, I think it's a bit of a Ponzi to me, the LEC slot, because they pay 20 millions. You don't want your asset of 20 millions worth now 6 million.
Yeah.
For sure, everyone is trying to defend their interest. I can understand it fully. But the thing is, it's a weird situation right now.
So it was a mistake at the start. It was a mistake at the start.
I think
no?
it was necessary at the start
Okay,
to bring structure and to give sponsors to the team and etc. But it's always about the asset is not really worth 20 minutes. It's what you can
Get out of
say.
it.
It's worse. Sorry for my English.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect because
I'm French. Me French.
Being able to justify or
Yeah.
to prove
Yeah.
that the asset is worth that spot.
Yeah.
And also then saying, okay, if somebody is not bringing their end to the table, I like what Casey Coy and G2 are doing in the scene.
Yeah.
I like that. Honestly, I like that Vitality keep trying.
Yeah, sure.
They have burned
I like it.
so much money trying to find
Yeah.
a roster that works, but
Yeah.
you can feel the effort, right?
Yeah, sure.
But what about Navi as well?
Exactly. I mean, Navi's brand new
Come
to
on.
the roster.
Yes.
Are they? Do they have?
And
the
they're still
same
better than
spending?
SK being
Right.
there for how many years?
Got the hunger, got the drive.
Yeah.
But in 2 years, in 5 years, is Navi going to be in the same position?
Yeah.
If they keep losing,
I
you
mean,
don't know.
actually, I think yes. You
So-
know Navi from Counter-Strike, come on.
I do, and
Yeah, but
it is true.
SK was
mean,
good in Counter-Strike back
Counter-Strike
in the
doesn't
days.
have
Maybe, yeah.
League of Legends and Counter-Strike are different because
Yeah.
Navi own the slot now,
Yeah.
right? If you add promotion relegation, and if we look at one topic we haven't brought up yet, is EMEA Masters and ERLs. I think there is a system that you can have promotion and relegation, which I think is reflective of European sports, football in particular, Premier League, Bundesliga.
Okay.
Like it's a meritocracy. Your team is
Yeah.
either good enough to stay in tier 1
Okay.
or you get bumped. And if you go watch it, Premier League, Wrexham, Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mackel and his team from Wales, they got promoted from tier 4, tier 3, tier 2 right now. It was the first time in history of the football that has ever been played in Britain that one team got promoted every year, like 3 years in a
Crazy.
row.
That's good.
They're on the verge of making to Premier League. Now that used to be in
It was Qmon actually. Div 2,
There we go.
LFL, up.
there we go.
LEC, up. Worlds.
So how does EMEA Masters fit into your things? Like if I said to you, you could be the commissioner, you can have Artem's job tomorrow and you can decide what happens in 2027. What would you change?
I mean, based on what I'm watching right now in AWC, watching the results of the MIA teams, I have to give them a chance, man, to make it to LEC. Like, there's no way. I'm watching these teams being so good, stuck outside of LEC. That's impossible, man. Come on.
And I think for playing a lot of tournaments, I think it will make the players much more involved.
Yeah.
And it will be much more emotional for the spectators as well. Bad teams.
Yeah.
Not great teams
Yeah.
will be much more interesting because they will put twice as work as now. And maybe it's a bit too much because like when you see Koreans, I think they work too much. But I think it's competition. When there is competition, there is you put your life aside a bit.
I like what you mentioned about the Korean players, LCK players. Systemically, the way that Korea approaches esports is so different.
Yeah.
They've got an extra 10, 12 years because of StarCraft and what Brood War and then StarCraft 2 did. Culturally as well, things are very different. Mandated military service and the way that the population approach it is different.
Yeah.
So if we look at like South Korea, how they did, China is also a different monster because they've just got so many players, multiple servers. They've even got like the hero server, whatever. France as a country, arguably better than Brazil, better than Turkey, better than maybe Southeast Asia. Like if you look at LFL teams, do you not think that they could take them? When does France get to join the international stage? Should it join the international stage?
Can you explain?
I want to talk about regional, like countries and how countries play the game.
Okay.
Right? Because outside of Europe, it's countries. It's a single service. North America, South America, it's Brazil. Southeast Asia is maybe similar to Europe as multiple. But like, surely France should be treated the same as Brazil in terms of its skill. It's surely France should have a chance to play LCK against them.
I don't know, but I think Nation Cup will be a good spot to see France against Spain, etc. But sometimes in a country you have many good players on the same role. Like in Turkey, top laners are very good, but not all roles. And in France, to be honest, solo laners, for me, aren't that good. Mid laners, nobody. I mean,
what do you mean?
Nuke is good, but Nuke is not Caps. Let's be honest.
He just said Nuke is good, man. That's insane.
Yeah, but
I mean, let's
comparatively
speaking, he's a good player, but the thing is, compared to Caps, I think you can't compare.
Who compared to Caps then?
Not many players, obviously. So Nation Cup will be funny to watch, but it's gonna be tough for many countries that have only 2 roles.
Yeah. I mean, France is pretty good, I think. Anyway,
sure.
You have
but you have Korea, you have China. I've casted Asian games, and Korea, China is amazing. We saw the lineup of Korea, amazing lineup. I mean,
who's the lineup?
It's Kumayusi, Keria.
Oh, T1. All the T1.
T1, basically T1 Prime with Zeka mid, Zeka Faker, and Canyon Jungle.
Yeah.
What about Owner?
I think Owner deserves more the slot than Canyon.
Yes.
But it's still nice to see a bit T1 Prime.
So what I like about this then, let's stick on the players. Who's going to compete against Caps? Maybe Caps is not the greatest example because I think he's a generational defining player, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at the rest of LEC. Let's look at rosters and how we find them. Do you guys know the anime Blue Lock? Have you heard of it? It's a football anime.
I know the anime. I didn't watch it, but I know the project.
Quite literally, the project. Great. So there's a project starting in the US. It's the Blue Lock Camp, targeting under 16 players, and they're looking at let's literally take learnings from an anime.
Yeah.
Take some of the best under 16 players across the US, put them in a camp so that eventually the US can catch up to football. They want them to compete with Germany, with France, with Italy, compete with the Netherlands, Europe. Where's Messi from? Argentina. Thank you. He wants it to. So the idea is take a camp, get the best players, put them on a team. Can we do that in League of Legends? Is it possible? How do we?
I think they do it in Korea already.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. So how does it work? How do they find it there, but it doesn't? Like, why?
You should ask to teams, not to us.
Okay.
That's not our job, but like maybe they don't have a system where they can actually manage to get up, people and bring them into a camp and make them study and stuff like this just because they have talent on League of Legends. But I think in Korea and in China as well, they actually do it.
Keria joined very early at T1. And yeah, he joined pretty early at the stagiaire. I don't know the name in English, but yeah. For me, age is a bit overrated. I believe there is good and bad players. I think it comes also about introspection. You make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. It's how you treat them. If you make mistakes and you try to not replicate them, you will improve faster. And obviously, the more effort you put in your game, the more you will progress. Do you review your games? I think many pro players or semi-pro players doesn't review their game that much before they are very good. So spamming solo kill or your Aphelios will not make you polyvalent player for the pro play. So I believe it's how you work basically, and the harder you work, the better you will become. I don't think talent is something very important and very exist. I think you are smarter how you treat the game and how much you work into the game. I believe
whether you work smarter and harder.
Yes.
Right? You need to understand it. So an element of finding the next player to maybe be like Caps, to be like Skumon, to be able to replace Nuke as a good mid lane for France. Individually, be self-reflective, be smart about it, work hard. What about like organizations and their responsibility? What would you like to see more? Because the example I'll use is, I think I can say 2 or 3 LEC teams that I believe in their scouting. I believe in their roster moves.
Tell us the teams.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me the teams.
I will say that I believe in KC, Koi, and G2 wholeheartedly. I like that Vitality try, but I see so many of the rosters over the years. You go back 5-6 years and you're like, guys, what are you doing? But an attempt was made.
Yeah.
When I see the geriatric team of SK, I'm like, hey, this is a for fun team. When I look at the names, like I looked at Navi's roster and I went, who the hell are these guys? But they've surprised me. The question was, what level of responsibility do you think teams should have in developing these players and bringing them up to the next level?
Quite a lot. Probably take the best players and try to bring them to the highest level, because I think most of the young players have a big ego, but I think ego is good. If you don't have ego, if you don't hate losing, you will lose probably more. So by hating losing, you will try out much more. So I think it's a positive for being good. You can hate losing and not be toxic to your mates.
Like you need to have ego if you play competitive, you know. But like I had an idea like a lot of years ago in Italy, like for helping Italian team, because like I think Italy had a lot of great players mechanically, but they were always that like work ethic was a bit, I don't know, not like they don't believe it. Like they don't believe in make it too competitive. They just play for fun, stuff like this. And I had the idea, like, take young Italian players, 16 years old, 17 years old. You get behind them old Italian players. Like, we had a good jungler. We had Jizuka, I call Jizuka. I'm like, you go there, you teach these guys 16 years old how to play, I pay you.
Yeah.
Maybe teams can do the same. Like, why G2 are not paying Jankos for teaching the next generation of junglers,
Yeah.
If Jankos wants, of course.
I get what you mean. The other question is, Jankos' earning potential as a co-streamer and a content creator, probably more than what you may be able to afford coaching wise. Like let's think about that.
Obviously.
I would love to have Jankos as a coach to a young guy. Like how can a 16 years old have the ego into Jankos teaching him League of Legends? Come on, that's impossible.
But I agree with you. I mean, it's all about. I've been questioned why I'm not coach since day one personally, and the answer is simple. Jankos have better opportunities. He can do what he wants. He's much more free. He doesn't rely on other players. He's free. He can live everywhere, not in Berlin. Thank you. Big respect.
It's fine.
And earn more money and have more fun. So why the hell should he?
Yeah, I'm saying Jankos, but I'm saying every good player.
I get the point, but I think Jankos is not the best. I mean, obviously you can have the best of the best, but the best of the best have probably better opportunities now.
Tom Brady, the most successful NFL player of all time, he has more Super Bowl rings than teams. Okay,
wow.
So when you look at like who has won the Super Bowl, he has 7, and then I think the next is the Patriots at 6, right?
Okay.
So an individual human being, because he's won different teams, he finished his career, could have done anything when he became a broadcaster. He's paid millions upon millions to sit and talk about the game, right? So just an idea.
But I think because people will say, but you can have passion. But I think it's a nonsense, because you will share much more passion by casting than coaching by far.
And also, I don't want to make it sound like we're like destroying your idea, because your idea is great. You've just
you're destroying it.
League of Legends is like blue lock idea for League. The only difference is it's so hard, especially for a country like Italy, where it's like, okay, maybe smaller countries, smaller scenes. Less successful on the EMEA stage, international stage, there's actually more hunger for it. But then when you look at Jankos is creating content in English. He's not doing it in Polish. There's a reason for that, right?
He doesn't have to teach Polish people. Yeah?
Let's do one question now on the competitive formats before maybe move to broadcasts. We've talked about formats. We've talked about players sourcing the next generation. Talked about teams and their effort. Talked about Riot's responsibility in the ecosystem. With all of that combined, will Europe ever win Worlds?
That's not going to happen. Unless like Korean teams doesn't go in a World Cup. I mean, maybe against Chinese teams, maybe it can happen.
Why not?
I mean, like Koreans just look too much better. I mean, I know we saw G2 against NG. Like, I know this, but I have the feeling right now, like the meta is helping a bit European teams, because enchanters. I feel like when you get the playmaking meta back on supports, you see like the gap get back on like being big, So I don't know. Maybe if we talk about in time, in a few years, maybe Korean players just become somehow bad, but I don't think that, We have a lot of European talents, like Nako is actually going to be great. We have Skumond, we have Rilich on jungle, of course, but who is the next Caps? We don't have a mid laner, that's for sure.
2-0 Genji, 2-0 Firex.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm understanding, but tell me another mid laner that can replace Caps when maybe in 3 years, maybe there's no Caps anymore,
He will stay.
Yeah, for how much? 40 years?
Yeah. Look at Faker. Yeah. He will be here for maybe 5 more years.
I think if Faker retires, you drop half of the fan base of League of Legends. But
it's gonna be hard. But okay, I was a non-European believer. And I was a bit known for it in France and maybe hated by someone for it because I was saying like Europe can't win Worlds. And people...
I believe now maybe there is a chance after what you do, but it's very small,
I think it's still, I think not possible, but compared to before, the gap was way too hard, but I think there is good points. First of all, I think Fearless Draft is very good because Fearless Draft brings a new challenge to the teams and they can get wrong. You go for it. I mean, if you play the same competition again and again and again, you are on the common ground of the current teams. They will be so used to it. So with Fearless Draft, they can go for shit drafts. They can go for Karma bot lane. They can go for some cheat champions. And then past 15 minutes, right now into the game, you can somehow temporize with 4K behind and reach the late game. And late game against the current team, one mistake by an AD carry in mid lane losing flash before an Elder Dragon can lose the game basically. So I think now it's more possible to steal games really. And I think G2 is adapting very well. I liked the draft. For example, in EWC qualifier, I think for me personally, they outdraft KC a lot. And I think outdrafting is an insane step to the win. When you have much easier win condition for the enemy team, it looks like they are dog shit. They just throw. But
can you outdraft Korean teams?
Yeah, I think so. I think Korean were bad in drafting before 2019 when Kiana mid lane by some faker. I was like this, I was like no. Now I think they draft better, but I believe with Fearless Draft, you can bring new ideas. Like G2, for example, Kog'Maw bot lane was very smart. I think Mikik's Poppy support was very smart as well because Poppy is a champion that can still win. Yes. Like we bring some irons in G2. I think there is angles. And look at now, Chen top was...
Broken Blade?
I didn't like Shen before, but with Duskan down, holy fuck the damage.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed. I'm a Nasus jungle. You're disgusting. I'm the Master Plus most played Nasus jungle. I think it's broken, to be honest.
I think this guy is broken in the head.
I think so too.
Yeah. And Griffin played it 3 times. 3 wins.
Don't you feel so validated? Do you feel good?
No. To be honest, I pray so no one plays it.
Oh my
because
God.
I believe it's very broken. And
can I tell you something though?
Yeah.
With everything you've just said, you've built up some hope. I have some confidence. But the word that you used that I need to stick on, we can steal some games.
Yes.
You didn't say we can earn it. You didn't say Europe can win. You said we can steal games.
I think Europe can win LPL because LPL, they are 4 and 5 and they fight. For the macro-wise, they are many times late. Like seeing G2 against BLG on the Worlds, we play Anivia and they are not in the Dragon on time. And they always come a bit late. So we have an edge against LPL team because they are very talented skill players, amazing skill players. But sometimes they take negative risk-reward fights. Yeah. And I think G2 will be more disciplined during the games, and that will help us a lot. Maybe not against BLG because they are very good, but the
they
rest
are too good. I agree with you. Like I think against LPL teams, G2 have a big chance, very big. But BLG are just too good. Like every single role they are.
But we can go in semifinal. In semifinals, it's gonna be tough, but it's still possible. I think now, if we play now against TES, the years previously and Energy, etc., we would have won probably. I mean, it was truly possible.
The problem is, I've watched every international tournament since this game began. Okay, and historically, the teams that have done well at international consistently. G2 and Fnatic were the only two teams that consistently, I know Fnatic not recently, right?
Fnatic was consistent during Worlds. Lose every game. Right. Consistent as fuck.
G2 have always been the Korean killers. G2 against T1, the all-time head-to-head is 11-10.
Yeah, but it was a long time ago.
T1 have won best of 5. Of course, because both teams were better a long time ago. No, but 11-10. The thing is, G2 as a team has always lost to Chinese teams. BLG has always had their number. Fnatic always lost to LCK and always beat LPL. If you go back and you look at all the numbers. Now, with what you guys are saying, we're talking maybe this World Championship, we're talking really about G2. Can any other team even stand a chance to make semifinals or make finals and win from EMEA that's not G2?
I think KC is pretty good. And they have to... I mean, I think they can win a quarterfinal against an LPL team as well. Okay. I think actually G2 against BLG in first 10, we build a bit of confidence. 7 wins in a row against Asian team, but I think we should not play the play style of LPL. I mean, playing very aggressive, playing every 2v2, every 3v3. It's their ground. We need to stick to our play style and play disciplined. For me, the more we play LPL style, the more we'll lose, basically, because they play this style all year long. So
you're saying KC can make semifinals? You believe
he's from France, man. Come on.
I think it's still possible against like seed 4, seed 3 of LPL. I think some LPL teams will throw their games by themselves, and KC and G2 are very good.
Yeah.
So you have to flip a quarterfinal to get the Chinese team.
Yes.
What do you think? Outside G2?
I don't know. Listen, I think, first of all, G2, for the first time in a lot of years, there is a chance to get on, semi-final and final. I believe it. I saw Skumond. I think he's one of the best talent ever in Europe, okay?
Agree.
I actually patted him on as one of the best player in Europe in general. Yeah. In all the time.
Yeah. That was my take before first. And he was probably the best player in Europe, and for me, the best jungler of all time in Europe.
Wow.
To me. Maybe I'm wrong.
I said as well, I put him behind Jankos, but just because Jankos
has many more years.
Yeah.
I think Skumon can show more than Jankos.
Obviously, because he played more, and Jankos is a generational talent.
But performance-wise, I mean, Skumon, I think he capped the ankles already.
G2 gapping everyone. You don't even think KC can make it out of quarterfinal? You don't think Koi, Vitality?
No, Koi, there's no way, Koi. Like KC, there is a chance maybe, as my man Skyart says here, but how much are the chance to get the best team you can get on the quarterfinal? To get, to pass?
It happened to G2 actually in the previous years. So some years it was very bad draw. Some years it was very good. So
you have to hope on a draw to get into semi-final,
Yeah, but it's possible because there is only 7 teams from Asia. When there was 8 teams, I've done the math, and it was more than 50% that some Asian team killed themselves. Yeah. So it will be Europe against NA or Europe. And actually, Europe NA is a very good sport.
The problem is it just I feel cooked because steal games, lucky draft, flipping games.
I mean, but listen,
I'm not sitting here going,
do you remember?
Hey, I'm confident LEC is going to do well. Are you listening to this and going, I believe?
What was Yike team before, man? Broken Blade, Yike, Caps, Mikix, and Sama. They didn't make it to top 8 on Worlds.
Yeah, but I think now G2 is better than last year.
Yeah, but KC, you have Yike.
Yeah.
That he's getting for sure gapped in Worlds.
Yeah. I think Yike, compared to Skumon, it's
I think Broken Blade is the first year for Kana in LEC was Marfing. I think now Broken Blade is gapping Kana every game. Do you have this feeling?
Now?
Yeah.
I think BB is a monster.
Better.
I'm actually very proud about BB because last year I was doubting.
I was as well doubting him.
Would he get destroyed against when you play against a Bean, a Keen, a Zeus? It's hard, bro.
Yeah.
But I think he has his own play style. A bit predictable about this pick because he doesn't have so many picks. But I prefer someone who has specific picks that works because I think Shen against Korean teams is
good.
Amazingly good.
Yeah, it's good.
I think it's amazingly good, and they can't really ban it. They can't really pick it because they don't play it. Actually, Genji played the Genji the G2 Kog'Maw. They played Shen top and they played Kog'Maw.
Also, at the beginning of spring, the entire world picked up Mundo as well. Can we start our first dance? Like,
I'm a Mundo OTP
right?
before Nazis.
So,
not possible to play in competitive play.
Okay.
And thank you, Skumon.
Fearless draft helps a lot. I think we've got like a lot of. What I really like about the time that we're having this conversation is before spring playoffs even happens. We've got so much information to look at both to MSI and to Worlds, which I'm looking forward to. But I do want to bring us back to the original thesis of today's conversation. It's like, is competitive league on life support? And we've talked about the competitive formats. We've talked about teams. We've talked about players, countries. Maybe let's move our topic to content, right?
Okay.
You guys are co-streamers. I got to do co-streaming for the first time recently, so now I'm kind of one.
How is it?
Awesome. I love it. I love it. It's so fun, right? Let's talk about what is co-streaming like. I know, Skyart, you and I have watched broadcasts for so many years. I mean, I commentated you years ago, like, right?
Wow. Thanks.
So as a co-streamer, what is it like watching the game, experiencing the game? What do you think of like the support that you're getting from Riot or the scene? You know, how is your experience to start this conversation?
I will be honest. I was at first official broadcast, and then I left a company. I was the main figure of this company by that time, and then I didn't have the broadcast for 10 years, which was a bit sad for me because I think I was not a bad caster, and somehow thanks for the co-streaming, I had the broadcast again and I could stream with the live games. I'm very happy to be able to share my passion again. I think it's good because it will bring audience that watch less the game. I have prayed our 1.5 million on YouTube, not to flex, but just to say I will reach people that other people might not.
Well, my part, I think like the best part of co-streaming is like you don't even have to actually cast the game professionally. You know, you can talk to the community. You feel more near to the community when you watch like an official streaming of LEC. You don't feel that near, you know, you're just watching a transmission, you know, you're watching that. You watch a play, you talk with the community, what do you think about that, what do you think about that? Like, I'm a coach, you know, I was a player, so I can like talk to people and say, they are doing this because they're gonna pick this because explain draft, you know? So you can actually even help the competitive scene by bringing new people that doesn't watch competitive and make them being passionate about it. So I think that's very good, you know?
One of the things I'd love to know is, do you think, Brizz, that co-streaming is bringing more viewers? We talked about it, it's like, you know, let's call it 20 million expected maybe monthly players. Does co-streaming bring more viewers or does it siphon and steal viewers from the broadcasts?
It depends how much good you are as a streamer because like, personal wise, if like I don't get more viewers when I watch LEC games, you know, because like it depends, you know. Maybe you are a 200 viewer streamer. You watch LEC, you got 1K. Personal wise, I was always a competitive figure, and so when I watch LEC games, I get the same amount of people. Maybe, you know, when you watch a final, a semi-final, of course you get very big numbers, but I don't have the feeling I'm stealing people from LEC or people that doesn't watch LEC, they watch only me. Like, I don't have this feeling. But I have the feeling I'm helping the scene getting more viewers, actually. So, I don't know, you are bringing that out because there was a conversation somewhere. Yeah. Can you explain it? Come on.
Well, first, answer the question first.
Actually, in France, there is, by that time, you already know, there is 2 official broadcasts. I had official broadcast and OTP, another name, had official broadcast as well. And basically, they introduce the narratives that they are the only one casting the game and others just react to their cast. But actually, I mute the stream. So let's be honest. I think I can cast the game. I can analyze by myself, and people will come to see my experience and my vision of the game. I think the game is super complex. I think it's way complex than everyone thinks. And the vision of people are way different. I can talk to another expert and we can have opposite, literally, opinion about many things. That doesn't mean one of us is wrong. It's just we have different vision about the game. Some people are more early game oriented, some are more late game oriented. I think also the personality you have in real life transfer to the game. How do you treat your life is maybe how you treat the game as well. I know, obviously, the narrative of official broadcast is often the time we want to have the only cast and no one else, because obviously there is incentive about money for us and for them. But I don't really like that they only share their perspective. So I will try to explain both perspectives to be more fair, because I think it's unfair to say to the people, co-streaming is fucking bad. It destroy broadcasting and it destroy us. Please support us, not them. It's not what they say, but it's a bit underlined, and I don't really like it, to be honest. I think it's a bit unfair.
So I'll see this. What I love is we've introduced, like, let's say, co-streaming as an idea.
Yeah.
We've talked about the official broadcast.
Yeah.
I want to add one more wrinkle for our conversation.
Sure.
Ibai,
Yeah.
Kameto,
Yeah.
K-Drill.
Yeah.
Are they bigger than the game that they're commentating? Are
Yes.
they the reason that co-streaming is easier or harder? Are they killing LEC?
I will take this.
Go for it,
I will
man.
take this. So yeah, I will be honest. I think saying that they are killing the game is completely a lie,
It's
and I
bullshit,
think
man.
it's an opinion of someone that just want the monopoly, and they want the monopoly once it's bigger, because I think it's also competition. Before, when they had monopoly, many of the broadcasting did not that much work about marketing, about content creation post-game, about making shorts, making YouTube. I was pretty good at YouTube because I couldn't commentate the game. Now that co-streaming is allowed, everyone is working twice harder to still exist. So basically, it's very good for the viewers to be. I think the competition is always good for the viewers, because the price will go low on products and the quality will go high. And I think it's what's happening about the co-streaming. Obviously, it's not really, I would say, healthy, because everyone will, if you launch your stream 5 hours before the game, you will have much more viewers, and you will cannibalize much more viewers, because you will stack viewers. And basically, some viewers doesn't just go where there is more people.
Where there's numbers.
So obviously there is this incentive as well, but I think it's very good for viewers. They will have much more different angle and much more vision, different also generation. My viewers are pretty people that don't play that much anymore. Obviously, I'm not the guy who has most famous on TikTok or new short content, but it's different population. And yes, you will probably cannibalize some of the players, some of viewers, but I think you will grow the cake much more. And I think LEC and the competition overall would have been twice smaller without
I think
all this.
that as well.
And so I think it's very positive. It's basically for real, free marketing, free content, better quality for people. And yes, there will be less monopoly, but I think everyone will survive. It's a bit a lie.
Okay.
So
I get what you
yeah,
mean.
that's my point.
Brizz,
I think we
what's
have to talk as well about how much entertaining it is watch KC against Koi beef, Like at the end of the day, if it's good for the viewers, if there is more beef, if you are more engaged on the game.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy, yeah. KC against Koi was one of the best series of the year.
Yes.
As well for what happened outside the game.
Yeah.
I think it's the best series after G2 KC on the final.
So one of
final.
the things I'll say, free marketing, free advertising, free coverage, let's not kid ourselves, it's not. LEC still has to pay for the broadcasters, to pay for the studios. I'm not 100% sure how licensing fees work between, let's say, like OTP or
I don't know.
K-Drill and
hope.
LEC. I hope there's something there. How much does the scene change? 800,000, 900,000, 1 million viewers rather want to watch you guys than the competition or the traditional format. Is that a viewing habit? Is that a format thing? Is it a generational
that they
thing?
prefer watching
They prefer
us.
listening to Brizz perform and jump a screen rather than a formal,
I
broadcast.
feel like it's only because the community feels more near you, Like if you are from Spain, of course you're watching Ibai. If you're from France, you're watching Kameto, If you are international, maybe you're watching Kaede right now, Los Ratones, big impact on the scene, And if you're from Italy, you're watching me, If you're from Poland, maybe you don't watch Jankos because he, betray Poland talking English. And, I think that's being a regional streamer. The regional streamer maybe helps a lot of people coming from your region.
Yeah.
You know, it brings them more near the competitive as well. You know,
And I think you can share much more emotion as well. And official broadcasts, you don't choose who casts the game, and here you can have a choice. And I think it's good. And you can be close to the people. And Kameto, Ibai casting the game, the passion is so high.
Yeah.
And I think they are bigger than the game because they bring much new people watching the game. I think it's so good for the game. And for me, it's necessary for this to still grow the game and to reach people to enjoy competitive scene, because League of Legends is a complex game.
Let's talk then about the content that's being made, right? I got to coach stream the EWC qualifiers recently, and I preferred a clean feed with no broadcast, no speaking, because I wanted to speak to my audience.
Yeah, me too.
And I wanted to engage with my voice. And it's actually harder if other people are talking.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't need that.
That's why I mute as well.
Right. And I know that there are some co-streamers that, frankly speaking, don't put in as much effort. Sometimes, if you have a broadcast that's there, it's easier to sit there, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about the content. What is Riot doing to support the content? We're seeing for the LEC, there's no more rap battles. The supplementary content, at the very least in English, way down. I don't think there was ever any content in Italian, less in France from Riot directly. But what do you think, like maybe Brizz, in terms of the stuff that you're watching and things?
Well, actually, listen, I'm not watching any content from Riot Games because maybe I'm not finding it. Like I'm not seeing anything from them, but I might be biased because I never watched actually content from Riot. That's it. But my point of view.
Not even the music videos.
Yeah, but maybe some music videos.
So
I remember.
music.
But
what about pop quiz? No?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Like, I remember this or that. Maybe stuff like that. Yeah, that was pretty funny actually.
So a few years ago, it
yeah.
resonated.
Like there is always room to do stuff like this. Like a lot of stuff like this actually. So
I think Lore is doing a good job about making the players a person and a personal branding, because I think we're missing that for a long time. You know, League of Legends players are sometimes a bit. I did good.
They are a bit without personality. Like
Faker now is boring as hell. I love
the
him,
game was good. We played good. Everything like this.
Power of family and power of the fan. Thank you. It's nice, but you crushed the game. You can say you played good.
Oh, you saw the guy from? It was Korean that he got the Korean. The T-shirt was insane.
Nongshim. He was traded from Nongshim to Bro. And then Bro beat Nongshim and he picked up.
It was insane, man.
It was negative aura, okay? The G2 logo's here. He stood up, threw his jersey and then did that. I'm like,
it's crazy.
Dude, the team
it was insane.
He got benched for Diable.
An attempt was made, and it was very refreshing to see that level of personality. It's also why I like Jojo Pune.
But Kalist as well, getting up doing
Jojo
this.
Pune.
I love Kalist doing this was amazing. BB very good as well about talking. And I think all this, we should support players that try to bring emotions.
Yes.
And in Korea, there were a bit like, that's why I loved like Guma Yusi and stuff. Like, and now Korea say the word, I think it was maybe the first time, I think I deserve the MVP. It's crazy word from a Korean guy. And I love it because all this energy is so good for esports.
Yeah, I agree. It's entertainment as well.
Yes.
Go look at any other sport. There's a level of professionalism, but there also needs to be a level of antagonizing people, incentivizing viewership, building those rivalries. The most recent example, of course, was Ibai Kameto in Madrid with the show match, with
so
all of the drama about the stadium and like all the French fans saying, you can't even sell out the stadium, without saying that Evry was a 3,000 seat arena. Madrid was 12,000 seats. They sold 8,000. It's not that much of a dunk as you think it is. They sold 3x the tickets. Those fights, those arguments, those road shows, I like them. But now we're going to be watching playoffs. It's going to be in a Berlin studio after I've just seen every Madrid. So I want to see the road shows aligned with playoffs. I understand there's risks.
Me too.
Because Koi and KC, G2, whoever else, they don't want to spend the money and then maybe not make it. And then all of a sudden they're hosting a road show. So is the format bad? Is the timing bad? Is what is
So you
it?
want to see like people on the stadium on the playoffs?
That's what I want.
I mean, I think it should be like this actually, man. You're gonna get even more people. I know, it's playoff, the game are more important. People feel it, Imagine KC against Koi.
Elimination series.
Elimination series in loser bracket, maybe in Madrid,
It's going to happen, and it's going to be 150 people in here in Berlin.
But I think here maybe it was a test. It was a success. I didn't think the stadium was empty. Obviously, a Friday and you don't have your favorite
people
team.
Works and
You
stuff
can't expect people to come if they don't support the team. It's not cheap sometimes to come. You have the place of the stadium, but it's also when you are not from Madrid, but you have the ticket, you have the hotel, there is money involved, and you can't just expect people to make always more effort. I don't really like the trash talk on this side, on this part, because I think we should thankful the fan for coming.
Yeah.
And not blame them for not coming for the match that doesn't interest them. I think it's normal, And but I love the match in this kind of show. It's crazy, and it brings up for me a bit old style like HopEUms and stuff. It was nice, and I think it's very positive for the game.
And you want to see next year
more
of it, but at playoffs?
LCK as well. T1 home ground was crazy, bro. I don't know the numbers, but it was maybe 20,000 people.
Didn't they go to Hong Kong for the finals in spring, winter?
I don't remember where it was, but it was...
It was outside of Korea.
Yeah. It was full. I mean, so many people.
But Quickshot, is it fair? Like you play KC against Koi, but you play it on Madrid. Is it fair for KC?
Yes. I don't care.
You don't care. But what about?
I'll tell you why.
Yeah,
I think it's fair.
In other sports, Rugby World Cup, most recent one, 2020, was hosted in France. Is it fair that in the quarterfinal, South Africa played France and we beat you by 1 point in France? Okay. NFL, teams travel. Football, the Premier League, Bundesliga. If you're Bayern Munich, you still have to travel. You have to go to other rings, right? For me, being in enemy territory is part of sports.
Yes. Yeah.
I like it. I do think if the arena keeps going to Madrid, Barcelona, every and Lille, Madrid, Barcelona, every Lille, Madrid, Barcelona, every Lille, it's going to create the same problem that you potentially you can saturate those audiences.
Yes.
I liked the LEC years ago when it traveled. When before COVID, you knew every spring and summer final was going to be in a new city. There's a new format back then. Back then I worked for Riot, and back then the approach was the city should be pitching. You know, hey, the government wants to get involved, or you can sell it to a sponsor.
Yes.
And you go out there and it's like a tourism thing and you bring a lot of people.
Well, looks good.
That's what I liked.
Me too.
The market has changed.
It makes unique.
Yes.
Yeah.
The game feel more unique and it feel more... Because basically people want experience. I think life is all about experience. To me, money serves to create emotion and experience. You can buy stuff, but you will get a bit used to have it. And I think souvenirs gets better with the time. So when you go to maybe not G2 against Fun Plus Phoenix, didn't get better with the time, but still a fair enough.
To be able to say you were there, at
least. I was there. I was there. Not my favorite final, but
I remember the pain that I felt.
Yeah, it wasn't
I liked the final. I didn't like the result, but
okay, fair. The opening ceremony was
final,
amazing.
you had so much hope going on the final.
Yeah, it was crazy. But the final was not the best, but happens, It was a joke. Still was a final. I don't know what I was saying, but never mind.
Talking about the experiences, talking about spending money.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about how you travel. I love it. The only other facet that gets added onto this in today's day and age, in 2026, 2027, it's not only about the arena, it's not only about the teams, now it's also about the co-streamer, right?
Yeah.
If you are Ibai and you're hosting a Koi thing, hey, you're in there. Should be.
Yeah, that's good. If you are in Italy, I go.
Exactly. So if we have, it's going to be your voice that's in there. Does that make it less about the games? Because you're going to see your pre-match.
I mean, if you're watching Koi against another team and you are in Madrid, you're not going. I mean, maybe you go as well because of Ibai. Yeah. Okay. But if it's a playoff game, it's a big game, you go for Koi. That's what I feel like. If you go for a random game like Koi against Shifters and Ibai is there, maybe it's for Ibai as well. But on important games, you go for the team. Like.
You said that being antagonist, enemy team, sports, etc. I think I've been the both sides, the favorite side and the antagonist side, and I think it's fair because maybe in football, adrenaline will make you run more, maybe, but in gaming, when you have the helmet, you are in another world. You are in your A-level game. You are focused. Yeah. Yes, people will scream, etc. But it will bring you the wanted to shut up people, basically.
And that.
Yes. Yes, and I've been there.
Right.
People were cheering against me, and I was like, okay, I will try out even more, because most of the time I'm very gentle and very fair play. But if you are not fair play to me, I will try to crush you much more, because I will be okay.
I've got a follow up on this one I really like.
So I like it.
Talking about yourself, personal experiences. I want you both to give me a pitch. Maybe this is a pitch for G2. Maybe a pitch with fans, okay?
Okay.
If you were to host your own IRL stadium event, if you were to host your own IRL watch party, if you were to host your own IRL thing, right? You got the chance to invite. What would it be? Give me your dream. And I'm going to give Skyart a tiny extra challenge. Knowing the additional challenges in the French co-streamer space, right? There are other names that are potentially big at different audiences. You know, how does that factor into what your experience would be? So what would your kind of like LEC IRL event be?
You know, it should be like in biggest city in Italy. So or you go for Milan or you go for Rome, okay? But like, I don't want it to be you are there because I'm there, you know, so I will build up something that you go there because, of course, G2, of course, something like this. I'm not going to make an event for watching, SK, you know, stuff like this. But I'm sure that if you know how to talk to people, you know, everybody's coming. Like Italy has so much people that Riot doesn't know about. I'm sure about this because the passion of Italian community, I think, is the same as French guys.
Really?
But okay. They are insane. Like. And like we are not talking about watching Worlds at 10K people watching, 10K from Italy. Watching G2 at 6K.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay, maybe the numbers are little for I don't know, maybe it is, but in Italy it's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I think compared to France, okay.
The thing is as well, 10K concurrence over a best of 3 or best of 5 ends up being an actual viewer base of 40 to 50 to 60K.
Of course.
If you go look at your unique viewers, because the average view time is between 40 and 60 minutes, right? So you need to go like 5x. So it tells you that for Brizz, for just your viewers, you got 50 to 60K
Just you,
potential.
you know, you.
Yes.
Only for me.
But no, but it's part of it.
I was joking.
It's your voice for the games.
Yeah,
they're coming for G2, but they're choosing to watch you.
Yes.
They could watch English. They could look at other sources. They're choosing to go.
So I think like the thing you said before about Riot changing cities, I think like they should do something like that. Maybe like they never come to Italy, I think, you know? That's insane. Come on. Okay, Italy maybe is not the most famous country for League of Legends. Okay, but come on, man. Milan, a lot of
road show with Italian flair, some pizza and pasta.
Look, I'm sure I can like full a stadium alone. Like alone. I don't give a fuck if Ibai can't do it. I can do it. I'm sure about that.
Skyart, same question.
Obviously Paris, and we have so many talented casters in France like OTP, Kameto, Treton, Zabutin, I think me as well. And I think we have an amazing community. French community about esports is amazing. Very big numbers, because we also have like, maybe you know less, but Squeezy and Gotaga, who has gentle mates. All these big figures basically let esports reach new audience. I remember esports like 20 years ago, we were a bit ashamed to love gaming. So right now everyone is proud about it, and I love it. You know, it helps, so good.
It also helps having organizations and events doing so well. Like it's not Vitality in League, but Vitality in Counter-Strike. French organization, French superstar. Like Zai was the best Counter-Strike player in the world. Like he was on the cover of Esquire, I think, recently.
Okay.
Macron was like congratulating him. Like it's wild. Okay, I want to first of all thank you guys. This has been awesome, and I'm super intrigued to see and hear what everybody is thinks about. Then drop comments, let us know what you think about the conversation, let us know what you think about the competitive format, about co-streaming, whether or not you think we're going to be able to have an event in Milan one day with some pizza and pasta.
That's so, man.
I know,
that's so disrespectful. Every time people talking about Italy is pizza and pasta. Come on, man.
Yeah, but listen, it's the only things you're famous for.
Art. What? Culture. What is this? What do you have in South Africa, man? Come on, man.
I miss the emote.
You think, there we go.
Come on, whatever.
I'm fluent in Italian.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I mean, at least we are okay with it. You know?
What I'd like to do to wrap up our conversation today is ask each of you to give me an answer, short or long, to specific questions. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
And we're going to start with one that I think we kind of touched on a little.
Okay.
Right. Will any player in Europe ever be greater than Caps?
Yeah.
How, when, why?
Skewmond, first of all.
You?
What?
You?
Yeah, me, of course.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
already.
yeah, obviously, man.
I'm talking to other people. I want to be humble. you know?
Yeah. Be humble.
I think Scuman can be. I'm not. I can't say he will be 100%, but he can. He has a big chance. But it's based on what I'm watching until now. I can't know if in 1 year Scuman, is just.
Okay, so then do it this way. What will it take for a player to be called better than Caps?
I mean, in general, or we're talking about Scuman right now?
However you want to take it.
Man, you have to be perfect in every aspect of the gaming side. You have to be professional in timing. You can't have chilling out things. You can't waste time on doing something that is not league oriented. But I think that's a rule in general. If you are not professional, you can't make it in LEC. You can't go far because you need to invest time. You need to do everything you can do to reach your dream.
Yeah.
If you don't try hard, you are not reaching your dream because other people will try hard more than you and will reach it.
Everyone has the same dream on league, be the best, but who will
make it?
We will be tryharding as hard to reach it.
So since Caps entered the league in 2018,
yes,
I believe only three teams without Caps have won a split, have won a trophy.
Insane.
I do not believe it is possible for a single European player ever to be able to overtake Caps as the best.
To overtake titles of Caps.
To be considered the best. Okay. My definition,
I take it.
Caps has single-handedly warped every single mid lane, both player and champion. He has warped the competitive ecospace that when he was on Fnatic 1, when he's on G2, nobody wins for the majority of it. And I don't believe any player will ever have the individual ability to warp the entire league as much as Caps. So I think he will be forever known as the greatest European player.
I mean,
I think I agree. I agree with him that Scuman might be as good as Caps now, but bring Caps, and I think Caps bring Hope. And hope is necessary to make next generation tryharding.
Yeah.
When you have no hope, it's hard.
Same question. Who or when or what will it take for someone to surpass Faker?
Okay, I leave this. I leave this podcast.
What? Wait, but are we talking about performance?
Are you talking about Faker, bro?
No, wait.
No.
Dude, are you talking about the peak performance for Faker, or you are talking about world titles?
No. You can't talk about Faker. I don't even care about sports. Maybe Cristiano Ronaldo, maybe Messi, but don't talk to me about Teddy Riner or any. No. I think Faker is the best esport player of older generation every single game. I know Counter-Strike players say, yeah, but there is simple and there is zero. Don't talk to me, bro. I've played Counter-Strike back in the days a lot, but no one is close to Faker. I think what he has done
for so much
is
time.
Mathematically impossible. Is the GOAT, and he will ever be the GOAT until I'm dead.
I mean, I need to ask you something first. But are we talking about the performance?
No, because he sucks right now.
Yeah, the peak performance, Faker is still good.
Peak performance is a tough one because he's played for 15 years.
Okay, but
now.
we are talking about how much he did in his career, but of Caps as well. It was about Caps as well.
The reason I leave it open-ended, I'm not the only one that's watching and listening and going, you can debate this forever.
Listen, man.
I can pick times where Caps was not...
You can't debate this.
No, Faker is the GOAT.
Don't talk to me.
I think you can go online right now and there are people that will defend Faker's performance right now when statistically and demonstratively there are better mid laners.
There are, but
I think stats is shit. I think stats is used by people that can't analyze games.
But then what about the eye test? Let's look. Let's just look individually. You can talk about his leadership. You can talk about his impact on the team. But I can show you mid laners in lane that can beat him.
Yeah, but lane isn't that important in League.
Look at Gen G, always performing, then they go to Worlds, they're not performing. Chovy is the best mid laner, then he goes against Faker, or go against any other mid lane and lose,
Chovy is loved by solo queue players, but I think solo queue you care about solo queue a lot when you have no career. Basically, I don't think Korea care about being like 800 in Korea. He doesn't fucking care because he's the best support player ever, and no one is close to him. I mean, he is like on the top of a peace tower, like hello guys. But the thing is, for me, Faker is another level because in the game, yes, in lane he's not the best, but he always play for his team. When you know his positioning, he's always exposing himself to get focused, to cover his top and bots. He's always playing on the next step, and he always play for the group. And for me, in game, his leading is just insane. Like game 5, game 4.
You just sound like a fanboy.
He's another guy.
He is.
Yes, I am a fan, but I believe he's amazing to have on the team. You need a leader.
I also want to make it clear, I do not for a second think that Faker is a bad player. And I want to make it super clear. No esports player will ever overtake Faker because he was the first to do it. No one's ever going to overtake Caps in Europe. No one's ever going to overtake Faker in the world. Do we agree? Come on, guys.
I don't agree.
Oh, come on!
I don't agree. Like, wait, no. I mean, we can talk forever about this, but come on, man. We talk about Skumond. We talk about Naknako. Wait.
No.
Let me talk.
Naknako better than Faker. Naknako better than Faker.
Not Faker.
Turkish origin. Okay.
What are we talking about, man?
Wait. Better than Faker.
Okay, I tell you something right now. What if in 2 years, an European team wins the Worlds without Caps?
It still does not overtake the history Caps has. Caps won MSI.
But you're talking about history. You're talking about history, not about...
I'll make you a deal.
Yeah.
I'll make you a deal.
Faker is safer than Caps.
Okay, so do we agree on Faker?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. So we agree on Faker, and I'll summarize it. He's saying, screw you, Caps.
What tough, man.
Let us know in the comments, legitimately, whether you're listening on Spotify, YouTube, or Twitch. I do want to know, can or will somebody overtake Caps? I will follow up with both of these guys later on in the year. We've got playoffs for spring. We've got MSI. I got one last question for you now.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone is expecting G2 to win spring splits and go to MSI. We know G2's already qualified for EWC. And that leaves us 3 competitors, right? KC, Koi, and Vitality.
Oh my God, man.
I'm going to let Navi and
what Giant X? What?
Navi and Giant X. I just don't think they're going to be in the running, so I'm excluding them for this question.
Okay.
You get to pick one of the 3 teams, and you will tell me what they need to do to win to beat G2 in Spring Split. KC, Koi, Vitality. Pick one team and tell me how do they win Spring Split seriously.
I mean, it has to be KC for sure. Like, I think they played against Koi in AWC. I'm not watching the games, but they won 3-1. I know the result. So between the 3 teams, I have more faith on them. So I don't think Vitality will perform actually on playoffs. I think they can win some games. I don't think Naknako champion pool. I see like Nar. We saw some Renekton. We saw some chill speaks from him. Okay. I don't know in a long series if he can pull out every single champion. Okay. And he can like snowball 1v1. And if he does, he's not snowballing Kanna for sure. That's 100%. He's not snowball like Mirwin. You can snowball Mirwin pretty hard, but he has, strange champions. He pulls out a Shyvana top and stuff like this. So I'm not sure that these 2 teams are a good matchup for them, okay, for Vitality. For KC, to beat G2, I think Yike has to wake up in a good state, on the bed, and maybe Skumond has not to wake up and they go 4v5. Like, I think that's the reason, but maybe draft-wise, maybe they need to pull out something. The Ivern, you were talking about the Ivern. Yike has a good story on Ivern. Maybe they need to pick some strange things, some chills, We know Kanna goes for the Vayne. I love the Vayne. I know you love the Vayne. I like the Vayne as well.
Vayne against Narius.
EWC qualifies. Vayne was everywhere. It was banned a lot. I'm expecting to see more of it in playoffs.
And I told that TF was underrated, and we played TF, and I think TF is very good. I think G2 in draft was 200 IQ. I saw many people didn't like the draft.
We know G2's going to win.
Yeah,
you said Casey. You say I want to ask you between Koi and Vitality.
Casey for sure. Vitality and Koi for me, don't play good enough. I think Vitality don't rely that much on Naknako as much as I thought.
You think that?
And I think Naknako can't carry that much with some champion, like with Jace. It's very hard to carry when you have very...
But he's not carrying with Jace for sure.
But also he's a European Jace. Unless you're a Korean Jace, you can't do anything with it.
Even I think Jace is not the champion on which you can save the game. Even if you are 1k5 ahead, the situation in teamfight when the 4-4 losing, you are not 1v9.
What I love so much is we're going to get wrapped up in all the drafts. We're going to get wrapped up in the best of 5s. We've got more episodes of HopEUm later on. So we're going to do that. So let's do super quick.
Yike.
Yes.
Yike for me is underperforming and is doing too many mistakes in the game. He has to focus much more. I think Casey has to draft better. I think we outdraft Casey so hard.
I know. The notes are the same.
You copy me.
No, I told it first.
I told it before in the.
I didn't listen to you.
Oh, okay, me too. I don't understand Italian accent.
Scusi.
I think also Kalis tried to save his flash too much, and sometimes it dies a bit weirdly, I would say. And don't save too much your flash sometimes in teamfight because it's reliant on him a lot.
Yeah.
And I think G2 is the best team by far, but KC has a very good potential.
I will say I did cover the KC Koi series, and Koi threw a couple times to let KC in. So they're a little closer in my head than I thought.
Actually, Koi KC is close series,
Let's
man.
do this. Let's do
this.
this. We've debated and we've talked so much.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody that has watched.
Thank you.
Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, whatever platform you're listening on. As we leave, no debate, no discussion, no response. Skyart, give me out of 100% the percentage chances that Vitality, KC, Koi, and G2 will win. If it is 50% G2, the other 50 has to be split between the three. So give me the 4 teams and the percentages.
I would say 55% G2, 25% KC, 13% Koi, 7% Vitality. If everyone is ill and they put something in the food.
Okay, I like that. Right, so I like that. 55, 25, 13, 7.
Listen, man, we go G2 against KC. They did 2-0 on the group.
Did you not listen to the
No,
instructions?
we go G2. Wait, we go G2 against KC again. It's 3-1 or 3-0. Was it 3-0 in FWC?
3-0.
They are winning at least 90% on the split.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah,
90?
I think the real number is maybe 70% for G2.
Well, I'm going higher.
You're going 90 G2.
90 G2.
What about the other 10%?
I mean, Vitaly said 0.
Okay.
We
KC
go-
Koi?
KC has 7.
KC 7, you're going Koi 3.
Yeah.
Considering I asked him to give me 4 numbers and nothing else, this is why you listen to the podcast. Brizz, Skyart, I love you guys. That was awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for the
Thank you.
conversation. We do 3-way fist bump?
Oh,
there we
come
go.
on. Okay,
No,
triple.
together. There.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Go. Oh my
Not
God.
awkward at all.
I agree, 80%, my bad.
80%. They're going to be
I say 90.
Yeah.
like,
but
subscribe,
you're-
follow, comment below. We'll see you again soon for another episode of HopEUm. Ciao. Scusi.
Oh my God, man. That's...